And listen, know your worth. You deserve more, and you deserve the best. These are things that we all say and we all repeat. Let me explain to you exactly what they mean. Okay? Let me explain to you exactly what they mean and why you say it. You all ready? Check this out. I am very aware of my self-worth. Let me challenge you. It sounds good. I'm not saying that you're not. I am very much aware of my self-worth. Can I challenge you for a second without... I wanted to talk about this on a video. But I know if I talk about it on the video, people are going to be like, what are you trying to say? So since you said that, I want to not challenge it. I want to use this time to speak on the self-worth. Now, here's the thing about knowing your self-worth. Okay? I appreciate you. And this is a general thing, okay? The thing about self-worth is this. We cannot say what our self-worth is. We don't know what our self-worth is. And let me explain. Now, it's popular on social media. We hear, know your worth. Ladies, know your worth. I don't tell my daughters to know their worth or my sons to know their worth. I think is a thoughtless phrase. And let me explain. Know your worth is something that we say. But do you really know your worth? Do we really know our worth? When we say it, know your worth. Well, I deserve. Do you deserve it? Because if you deserve it, you will have it. You know, one thing about life, your thoughts, your feelings, and your emotion will give you exactly what you have. Your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, your presence, what you get. I can know the worth of $10. Why? How do I know the worth of $10? Because with this $10, I can go to the grocery store and get a nice sandwich. I can get a nice cup of coffee and some chips. And that would be $9.95. I know the worth of $10. Does that make sense, Afar? Does that make sense? I know the worth of $10 because of what I can exchange for it. If I have $10, I cannot get a large pizza, a number 2 from McDonald's, and a drink. That's too much money. I can't afford it. The worth of the $10 is not the worth of the food. It's different. But I could want those things all day, but it doesn't mean I'm going to get it. This is what we hate when it comes to knowing your worth. This life is always exchanging for something. Our life is always an exchange of something or for something. Life is. That's what energy is. Energy is always exchange. Understand this. Energy is always being exchanged. This energy that I carry, this is the life that I have. That is equal value. That is your equal value. The life that I have and my thoughts, my feelings, my emotions. It sucks, especially based on a situation that you are in, based on the relationship that you are in, based on the lifestyle. It is literally equal to what you are in. One thing about life don't make no mistakes. Energy can't make no mistakes. Energy, we keep saying this one thing. We say energy doesn't lie. Do we believe that? Energy don't lie. And what you have in front of you is what the life that you are, your thoughts, your feelings, and your emotions is being exchanged for. If you want something different, you must change. By me saying I deserve this, doesn't mean anything. If I say I deserve a mansion, well, then go get it. But if I can't get it, then I don't match the energy of it. I cannot match the energy. My feelings and my emotions don't align to that. Therefore, it is not equal. Many of us, I deserve. What do you deserve? If you deserve it, your energy, which is your thoughts, your feelings, and your emotions will be in alignment with what is manifestation? Manifestation is to match the energy. The law of attraction is to match the energy or match the vibration of what you desire. You match the vibration. Means the energy must be on the same level. Then you get what you want. So when I say know your worth, and you know what though? If you're in a relationship and you think that you deserve better, then do what you gotta do. Because if not, you're gonna question it. You're gonna be feeling this, feeling that. Indeed, indeed. If you change what you think and feel, you will change what you have on the outside. But first, you must release what you had from the lower vibration. Sometimes you must release that what you had from all these years of carrying that same frequency. If you change your frequency, a lot of these things that you have now gonna naturally fall apart. Naturally, when we vibrate higher, we try to hold on to the things that we was having at the lower vibration. And it brings chaos to our new life. So we got to be aware, even in relationships. So I mean, it's just, do we know our worth? Do we really know our worth? Do we and we tell everybody, know your worth, girl. But what is it? One of the great partners, you got to be someone that they will want. Indeed. Tie into your first statement of you don't get to decide your worth. No. I said you don't know your worth. Many of us don't. What are you worth? My point was you don't know your worth. Not, and if I said that's not what I meant. You don't get to decide your worth. If I said that, this is what I meant. This life shows you the worth that you have. This life shows you, right, what you have. And it's not the material things either. It's not even the material things, really. It's about the happiness, the joy, the peace, the love, that family, that shows you a lot. It shows you a whole lot. Aren't we worth more than the rubies and the gold? It depends on who too. Like, everything is worth differently to everyone. Everything is worth differently to everyone. So that's what I'm saying. You can't tell somebody your worth. It doesn't make sense. Because depending on where you are in this, listen, if I have this bottle of water, you all seen that video, right? This bottle of water, don't get to tell me how much it's worth. Do you understand me? This bottle of water don't get to tell me, right? Don't get to tell me how much it's worth. Based on where it's at, it's based on who wants it. If I'm thirsty, right? If I'm really thirsty, and I'm gonna probably pass out in 10 minutes, this bottle of water, I'll give my life for it. You hear me? I will give $1 million for it. You're not that thirsty. You just drank one. To you, this worth nothing at all. It worth 30 cents. It's not the water itself. It's what somebody wants. It's really what somebody wants. So it's not about the water that has the worth. It's about the person who wants it or who needs it or who desires it. That's when the worth changes. So you can't tell people, I know my worth. Well, truly, do we know our worth? You can really see based on what we have in our lives, who we have, our relationships, our feelings, our emotions, our love, our peace, our happiness. Then you can gauge your worth on that. What's up, Court? How you doing, man? Coach Court, how you doing? How you doing, brother? How you doing? Long time to see. So yeah, man. So I get it. Know your worth. But to know your worth, you have to see what you have, not just material things. See where you're at, because sometimes, like for instance, the water at the airport, this is like $19, right? How much a bottle of water is like $19 at the airport in New York. Hey, same to you, man. Same to you. But this at a gas station, at Walmart, this thing is like 30 cents. Sometimes you have to move from where you are at to establish your value. Sometimes you gotta move. You can't hold on to the same people sometimes because they don't see the value in you. Sometimes your family cannot see your value. Your partner cannot see your value sometimes because they are used to you being little Tim or little Ray. Sometimes you have to change situations, change jobs, change your environment. Yeah, you really do. And so you can't stay in the same place hoping one day, because many of us will stay in the same place hoping one day they'll see my worth. But there's thousands of these bottles of water. So it's worth the same. Listen, man. It depends on the demand. The supply demand. What if you freeze you? What? Huh? Wait, what now? What'd you say, Coach Court? Time for vacation, huh? You can swim to the shore. Is the ice more valuable? Man, the ice is the same damn thing, isn't it? It's the same. It's a whole different chemical. But it's the same. I mean, it's the same water. But yeah, man, but seriously. But like I want to tell women sometimes, and not just women, men too. That's where we end up changing ourselves to try to be their worth. This is indeed though. Indeed. And it's because many of us, we don't know what we are worth. Listen, many of us, the reason why we can't have, listen, can I say something, man? And I don't really want to talk about this because I know it can be very offensive, but I can't be afraid to be offensive either because I will be offensive. Because this is about changing people's ideas or perception of something that is not working for them. Right? Many of us, we have an illusion of who we are. We have an illusion based on what we were told. Right? Based on what we were told, we have an illusion. Like, for instance, I was watching this show. I was watching this show. The Pop Your Balloon show. Right? And the lady she popped her balloon when the man walked out. And the woman asked, why did you pop the balloon? She said, well, his height, he's not tall enough. And he's not tall enough. He's not tall enough. He's not tall enough. And the guy said, but I'm 6 foot. I'm 6 feet tall. And they said, how tall are you? She said, I'm 5'1". But I guess since I'm wearing heels, I feel like I was taller. She was 5'1". He's 6 foot. He said she's too short. She said he is too short because she felt like she was taller based on the things that she was standing on. A lot of us, our worth is clouded. One of the reasons why it's so hard to get in relationships because you're not what you think you are. Can I say that? You're not what you think you are. You're not what you think you are. You're wearing some heels. You put it on a hair, face, and stuff, and you think that's who you are. That's like me driving in a $1.1 million car and think because I can drive this $1.1 million car, this adds to my value. It doesn't. I am still a shitty person. I might still be a shitty person. My character might be flawed. But the 1.1 million don't add to my value. And a lot of times, I think women are confused by the things that they wear and they add to themselves and think, well, I deserve more because I can put some heels on, put some makeup on, put a hair on, and then my value increase. It doesn't increase. And I know this is a very touchy subject, but I think that's why many of us think that the men gotta be this and the men gotta be that. But when you take off the stuff, you just look just like him. You match. When you take off the hair, the extra makeup, the face and the lips, you take off that ass and you take off that stuff and the bra. And you take off those tights that's keeping everything up. You will match him. But that's not what you want to hear. And so we get confused thinking that I know my worth. A lot of us don't know our worth. You know what your worth is? Let me tell you something. Let's be this. Let's try this. Strip butt naked in front of the camera. Not in front of the camera, in front of the mirror. Lord, I don't want to see. Strip naked in front of the mirror. And look and see your body, how you feel, your health, your happiness, your joy. Really, just go deep into it. Look at your face. Look at your skin. Look at your skin. I want you to look at your happiness. Am I really happy? Look at your health. Feel how much tension in your body. Look and see what's going on. And then, from then, you will have a better idea of your worth. You will have a better idea. And when you see the amount of happiness, your amount of joy, your family, how much love you carry, how much peace you have in your life. Not conditional peace. I'm talking about the real stuff where nothing disturbs it. That you can find a more meaningful value of your worth. Seriously, you will find. Listen, look at the things that you have in life. Look and see this is when you know the truth. Many of us don't want to accept that. So instead of, let me know, the dude is like, well, now let me let me buy the car and the clothes and the Jordans and the shoes because since my worth, I mean, shit. Let me wear this Jordans, Let me make sure my suit is good, and let me make sure I carry a suitcase, and let me make sure I drive a Mercedes. And hey, when you look at me, you know my worth. That's just like the heels and the makeup and everything else. Listen, sometimes you have to look at our inside first experience, and then look at what we have and put them together and be honest with ourselves. We gotta stop saying that I deserve this, I deserve better. But you cannot deserve better if you can't think better. If you can think and feel better, you would have that what you think about. A man is what he thinks about all day long. A man is the sum of his thoughts. A man becomes what he thinks about all day long. So as a man thinketh, so is he. You have to understand there's a strong relationship between how you think and who you are. And a lot of times, if you can just change the way how your thought process work, you might just become or get what you think that you deserve. But at this point, energy cannot lie. And it's not lying for you because energy is not a respecter of person. Let me say this. God said, I am not a respecter of person. If we're doing the same thing as that person, I don't choose you over this person. Energy cannot lie. I cannot choose. It is the one whose energy and heart and thoughts and emotion reflects that is the only one I can give it to. Because if I give it to her, I have to give it to him. He ain't shit. She ain't shit either. I can't give that to him. I can't be a respecter. I am not a respecter of person. And this is what we don't understand. So yes, you have a good heart. Yes, you have a clean heart. Yes, you have good intentions. But your feelings, your thoughts, and your emotions are completely gone far away. I cannot give you this. I can't give it to you even if I know you have good intention, but you can't. I know you think that you deserve it, but if you deserve it, why don't you put your feelings into it? Imagine that you already have it. Imagine that it is done, right? Imagine if you can speak those things as though it is finished. Imagine if you can speak it like it's already happening. Imagine if you can feel it and your shoulders drop and your body relax and your breath change like the race is over. It's already happening. Imagine if you deserve it and you begin to feel it and match the vibration of it and put your thoughts like it. Instead, you know what you're thinking? I can't stand that. I can't stand it. I can't stand. You know what? This shit ain't shit. You go against it. It starts in your thinking, right? Starts in your thinking. I don't say I deserve anything. But if I want it, damn it, I'm gonna match the frequency. I'm gonna learn how to get it. Me deserving it don't mean a damn thing. Me thinking I deserve it, I can say whatever. I deserve a mansion. I deserve to be a king. I deserve to be a great leader, but I'm not. Maybe I can get there by changing my thought process and my feelings. Someone's opinion is not valued on someone's word. Indeed. It's a habit. It's a habit. So we got to leave that habit. We got to get to the habit, man. So I'm just saying, it's not something to think that you deserve better, but I want you cannot deserve better when you stay thinking in the lower scheme, in the lower level. You can't deserve more when you're thinking less than. Not having less thoughts, but thinking less than what this is. You can't have it when your feelings doesn't align to it. When you're feeling that I don't have it, I need it, but if you need it and it doesn't match. You have to condition your feelings. See, we are wasting time on these feelings. We are wasting so much time in these feelings that comes. You gotta think big if you want big. What did the scripture say? Didn't the scripture say something about speak as though it's already, speak it as, Lord, I can't think about that verse. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Speak it as though it is done. Speak. You all don't know. You all know what verse I'm talking about? I know you all some Christians on here too. Some Bible speaking people. I forget how to say it. You know, sometimes you think about these things and your mind can't create or form. No, that's not what the scripture said. Not that one. Oh my, speak the things like, Lord. I don't remember. But anyways. But seriously, man. Speak as though it were. Speak it as though it were. I think that's what it says. I think that's what more of it says. Speak. Hold on. Let me see something. But yeah, I think that's more of what it says. But that's how you gotta speak. It's in Mark. That's how I learned to speak. That's how I learned to speak. No excuses. You know, it's some things that I do. Yeah, people ask me all the time, Kirk, are you Christian? Are you Christian? I know you're Christian. I'm not a Christian, and I'm not a Christian either. Because of the way I speak. Why is this not working? But I know. Can you give an example? An example of what? Romans 4:7. Let me see. Is it Romans 4:7? Hey, listen, y'all. You know I have all this book back here, but I have the Bible too. Y'all don't think I'll be having the stuff. Which one is Acts? Luke, John, Acts, Romans. So Romans chapter 4 and verse 17. Yes, that one, Miranda. That one right there. That one. Romans 4:17. Yeah. Romans 4:17 indeed. And call it those things which be not as though they were. I love it. Listen. So, yes, Miranda? Yep, I saw it. Yep, so unique, indeed. Was born a Catholic. I don't think he was born a Catholic. I don't think we were born anything. I think we were born neutral. I wasn't born anything. I think I was born a male, a boy. I don't think I was born anything. I wasn't born religious. I wasn't born a Catholic, a Christian. I was just born. My mom made me those things. But I know what you mean though. I know what you meant. So the example of speaking the things that like they already are. Gratitude plays a big part in speaking as though. Speaking the things that are not as though they were. Gratitude is a big part of that. And what I mean is this, right? When I want something, when I have a desire for something, right? Let me say, when I have a desire for something, right? Mark 11, 22. Hey, that's there too. Mark 11. Hold on. Let me see. Mark. Let me see that. You know, sometimes you gotta have the book itself, man. What's up, Supreme? How you doing? You call me Uncle, huh? I'm Uncle. 11:22. Jesus answered and said, have faith in God, for verily I say unto you, that whosoever shall say unto the mountains, be thou moved, and be thou cast into the sea, and shall not doubt in his... Listen. Thanks for this reminder right here. For verily I say unto you, that whosoever shall say unto this mountain, be thou removed, and be thou cast into the sea, and shall not doubt in his heart, but shall believe that those things which he said shall come to pass, he shall have whatsoever he said. There's nothing in here that says by God's will. Listen, I don't mind. I don't mind at all. I'll be uncle. I don't mind. I respect that. I'm blessed. I'm honored to be uncle. Listen, you see what this scripture said right here? You see what this scripture said? I don't think we understand it. Hey, listen, I don't think we get this one. Listen, I don't think we get this one. For verily I say unto you, for whoever shall say unto the mountains, be thou removed, and be thou cast into the sea, and shall not doubt in his heart, but shall believe that those things which he said shall come to pass, he shall have whatever he says. Not whatever, if it's God's will. Well, you know, if it's God's want me to. If it didn't say that, where we get that from? Where we get that from? If it's God's will, how do you know what God's will is? If you want something and you have the faith to say, cast into the mountain, you better move. Knowing that it shall move. We have this, if it's God's will stuff. You know why? That pacifies us to make us feel better for not having the faith strong enough to actually achieve what we want. Relationships, love, husband. God is sending me a husband. You can choose your husband. You can choose your partner. God is sending me, God, stop bringing God into everything. He already gave you the power to do it. You're on earth. Figure it out. Learn. Stop making excuses. Learn how to do it. Learn yourself. Learn what you're really worth. Learn your worth. Learn. You have to learn. But to learn your worth is when you get to a space when you know whatever I want. Let me give you an example. Gratitude is one of the best ways to practice that law. That's a law, by the way. That's a law, by the way. That's a law. If I desire something, the only thing that I do, I don't ask God for it. What I do, I thank God for it. Because that means it's already done. That means it's already mine. That means it is coming. That means I connect to it. And when I thank God for it, my mind begins to believe. My spirit begins to receive. And therefore my energy begin to evolve and elevate to match the frequency of it. So when I know, listen, man, y'all got me preaching here. Y'all got me preaching here. Let me relax. Let me stop before you all talking about, Kirk, you a fake pastor. Proverbs 21. Chronicles, Psalms, Proverbs. Proverbs 21, 1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whatsoever he will. Ooh! I like that one too. Everywhere if a man is right in his own eyes, but the Lord's pondering. I like that one too. I like that one too. I don't ask God. People, you gotta be praying, asking God for, ask God for, ask God for, ask God for, ask God for, ask. I don't ask God for much. Because God already gave it to us. It's like me giving my son a candy. How annoying is he saying, Daddy, can I have a candy? Boy, I already gave it to you. Thank you, the real humble. Thank you. It's like me. Have you ever given your child something and he asked me, Daddy, can I have? I thought I would have given it to you. Well, I know, but I just wanted to make sure. But I gave it to you already. This is God's will for you. Give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you. I like that. Thessalonians. Gotta go after what we want. You know, you don't chase what you want. You become thankful for it. You become grateful for it. You know, we were all made with this beautiful phenomena, this intelligence. Let me say intelligence. Conceive it, can achieve. Indeed. We were made with this intelligence. The law of totality. We could operate, not, I want to say as God, because I know some of you all be like, oh, you saying that we could be God? No. We can operate on as God here on earth. If you can say something and believe in your heart, it can be yours. It's actually yours. It has to come to you. No matter what it is. You can be a crook. Listen, you can be a crook. Indeed, we attract what we believe we deserve. Indeed. We can be a crooked person. But if you know the laws of money and you operate from the law of money and you say, you know what, I'm going to get this money and I believe in my heart, you're going to get the money. While somebody who's a believer in whatever they believe in don't believe that they can have it, it's not coming to you. Then you question, I bet you got to be thieving. I bet you got to... No, it's because they have faith in their heart.